Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Moulton White, absolutely innocent, says attorney. Alicia Moulton White, the former vice president of group marketing for Sagicor Group Jamaica, facing fraud allegations, is absolutely innocent according to her attorney, Matty Hyatt. In December, multiple charges were laid against Moulton White to include conspiracy to defraud, unlawfully making device, and data available for the commission of an offense, engaging in transactions that involve a criminal offense, and receiving stolen property. According to her lawyer, Moulton White was implicated for a $661,000 deposit in her account in August 2022. He is adamant that his client has no knowledge of the funds. Her lawyer stated that Moulton White is eager to clear her name. Stricter bail conditions were imposed Tuesday on Moulton White along with her three co-accused in the multi-million-dollar fraud case involving the financial institution. All four have been slapped with multiple fraud charges including larceny of a servant and conspiracy to defraud. Moulton White, her sister Tricia Moulton, Tyson Samuels, and Malika MacLeod were ordered by Senior Parish Judge Louis-Ann Cole Montague to report to the nearest police station on Tuesdays and Thursdays between the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. They were also ordered to surrender all traveling documents, and a stop order was placed on all ports. In response to the bail conditions, Matty Hyatt said, "Well, I am satisfied with the conditions. She's on bail. She got station bail in the sum of $1 million, and that remains. Her travel documents have been taken, and that is standard."
Made those sums, and I want to make it clear that Miss Alicia Moulton White is innocent in this matter, and she's eager to clear her name.
Oh gosh. Can you say that again for me? You said that she's innocent. When was this money deposited?
Absolutely innocent.
Okay, when was the money deposited?
The money was deposited about in August of last year, right? And so she has no knowledge of this money, and she did not authorize these monies, and she's absolutely 100% innocent in this matter. We think and believe that the prosecution is on a fishing expedition as it regards to Miss Alicia Moulton White.
Okay, what's the state of mind of your client right now?
Well, she's anxious as anyone would be in these circumstances, but she remains faithful in God, and she knows that she's innocent, and she's eager to clear her name.
She made mentions or intentions of seeking to travel overseas to Canada, am I correct?
No comment on that at this time.
Okay, alright.
Are you satisfied with the conditions, sir? That's what I said.
Repeat that, please.
Are you satisfied with the conditions? Bail conditions.
Well, I'm satisfied with the conditions. She's on bail. She got station bail in the sum of $1 million, and that remains. Travel, her travel documents have been taken. That is a standard, and she has to report. So I'm satisfied.
There was some confusion about her present address.
No confusion about her present address. Her present address is what it is.
Mr. Hyatt, you said that money was deposited in August, but we heard you requested video footage for the September 22nd and 31st. What's the discrepancy there?
That's the discrepancy that we want to clarify, right? She has no knowledge of the monies that were placed into her account. She did not authorize any money to be placed into her account, cash deposits like that. And so we want to see who it is placed these monies into her account. This is a multi-million-dollar fraud, and she's only charged for $661,000. So I don't know where the prosecution is going with it, but we will see. She's eager to clear her name, and that's what we want to do.
Was she aware of the money being deposited?
No comment at this time on that.
In total, for all four women, is it $69 million or is it $65 million? Can you say?
I was told the allegations are $65 million.
Thank you.
Local government elections postponed until February 28, 2024. The local government elections that were due in 7 days have been postponed for the third time until February 28, 2024. The announcement was made by Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie in the House of Representatives Tuesday afternoon. The elections, which was constitutionally due every 4 years, were last held in November 2016. They were due to be held in November 2020, but was postponed as the country was still in the grips of the COVID-19 pandemic. This was notwithstanding the fact that general elections were held 2 months earlier in September of that year. Among other things, McKenzie, is fighting and opening the debate on the representation of the people, postponement of elections to Municipal Corporation and City Municipalities Act, cited that the country's economic recovery post-COVID, while good, was still fragile. He also said the consultations were still underway to make Portmore the country's 15th parish. The parliamentary opposition has stated that it will not support the latest postponement, with Leader of the Opposition Business in the House, Philip Paulwell, questioning the real reasons for the postponement. He asked if another postponement will be sought if the country's economic recovery is not where the government wants it to be in the next year. Paulwell also cited that at least 15 divisions were without representation, some for as long as 4 years for various reasons, including the death of sitting councillors. He also argued that the government's indifference treatment of local government was in part to blame for the poor voter turnout in elections, including general elections. Hairdresser among 3 arrested for scamming. A 19-year-old hairdresser was among 3 persons arrested and charged in Hanover on Tuesday for lottery scamming offences in 2 operations carried out by investigators assigned to the Lottery Scam Task Force, which is based in Montego Bay, St. James. According to police reports, the 3 persons, who are all from addresses in Orange Bay, Hanover, were charged with possession of identity information and possession of access devices. In the first of the 2 operations, which was carried out at approximately 4:30 a.m., a 2-bedroom house dwelling, which was occupied by a man and a woman, were searched. During the search, 2 cellular phones belonging to the man were found to be populated with names, addresses, telephone numbers, and bank information of persons residing overseas. The man and the woman, identified as 27-year-old Dino Vassiano and 19-year-old hairdresser Amoy Simmet of Church Lane in Orange Bay. The court date for their first appearance in court has not been finalized. Later, about 9 a.m., 27-year-old Calvin White, an auto repairman of Wharf Road in Orange Bay, was arrested and charged following an operation at his home. During a search of his house, 2 cellular phones with photographs of lead sheet were found. Further search revealed micro Excel files populated with names, addresses, telephone numbers, and bank information of persons residing overseas. Lottery scamming remains a serious problem in this parish despite the success we have been arresting scammers, said Superintendent Sharon Beepert, the commanding officer for Hanover Police Division. Last year we arrested 23 persons for scamming, and so far 6 have been convicted. In addition, we dismantled 3 major scamming syndicates in the parish. Despite initiatives such as the establishment of the Jamaican operations linked to telemarketing, task force, and the extradition of several scammers to face justice in the United States, scamming continues to flourish as scammers find new ways to beat the system. The JOL Task Force, which was formally launched in 2009, is made up of the Immigration Customs Enforcement Division of the United States Homeland Security Department, the United States Embassy in Jamaica, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and individuals from a number of state agencies including Customs, the Passport, Immigration and Citizen Agency, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, and the Financial Investigations Division of the Ministry of Finance and Public Service. JFJ not in support of current calls for resignations at the Integrity Commission. Human rights lobby group Jamaicans for Justice says it does not, at this time, support calls for the resignation of any member of the Integrity Commission over the handling of the probe of allegations of conflict of interest involving Prime Minister Anjo Holness. In a media release on Tuesday, JFJ said it has taken note of the criticism of the Commission following the tabling of the report in the matter and subsequent release of the ruling that Holness would not be charged. However, it urged caution in the criticism of the Commission and its officers. It is our belief that unwarranted attack using the language of malice to suggest ill intent or dangerous and undermine the integrity of the Commission damages without evidence the reputation of the Commissioners and may cause undue loss of trust in the institution and put the lives and safety of its officers at stake, JFJ said. JFJ noted that Commissioner's statement that the ruling of the Director of Corruption Prosecution in a matter could not be communicated to anyone before the report was tabled by the virtue of Section 53(3) in the Integrity Commission Act. The lobby group said it seems the CAG clause may have unwittingly tied the Commission's hand in dealing with this matter, arguing that the Commission could not be expected to act on the political expediency of the pragmatism rather than following the law as they understood it. It is on this basis that the JFJ said it would not support the calls for resignations unless there are clear acts of impurities. Without an investigation, statements being made in the public are mere conjectures without a rift of logical basis for insinuating a political or nefarious motive in the Integrity Commission, it added. It urged Parliament via its Oversight Committee to request a meeting with the Integrity Commission's leadership so that question can be answered. It argued that anything less may be constituted as political maneuvering that may result in undermining the integrity of the Commission. In the meantime, the JFJ said the umbrella further highlights the importance of the removal of Section 53.3, known as the Gag Clause of the Integrity Commissions Act. Please remember to subscribe, like, share,